Hey! So, I think he just went to bed. Right now it is, what's the date? Wednesday, October 15th, 12:39 a.m. Yeah, I think he just went to bed. We had 3D tonight, and, you know all this if you're watching this tomorrow. You remember this yourself, but just in case you happen to be watching this later, years down the road or something, we just had 3D tonight. We went to IHOP with some of our friends afterwards and hung out, and then he just went home and went to bed. And I wanted to make a list of 10 things I love about Jessica. Uh, I know that words of affirmation is your love language, one of your, probably the biggest one that you receive from. So I just wanted to be able to pour a little love on you tonight with my words. And I was going to call and leave you messages, but why does this eye look so much smaller than the other one? Why does it do that? That weirds me out. Anyways, what was I saying? That I was going to call and leave you messages of all the things I love about you, but then you made the point that if I did that, that your phone can't save them forever and they'd eventually delete them. So I thought, I'll make you a video, and then you can have it for years and years and years, and it'll always be there. Anytime you might be having a bad day or going through a hard time or something, you can pull up this video and hear 10 awesome things about yourself. And anyways, and again, this is not like a comprehensive list. This is not all the things I like about you. This is just the first 10 things that popped into my head when I started jotting down this list. But obviously there's a lot more than this. I'm sure I'll do part 2 and part 3 and part 4 and part 5, and keep adding new 10 things as we continue our relationship. But this is just the first 10 things that popped into my head when I first sat down to make this list. So there will be much more to come in the future. But for the episode 1, number 10, and these are not in any particular order. I just, wrote 10 things, but it's not necessarily in order. Well, number 10 is Number 10 is you proved you wanted me in your life. And the reason that is a big deal to me is because in my past I've spent a lot of time trying to force people to love me that didn't want to love me, or trying to make people care about me that maybe didn't. And I would put on these shows and jump through hoops and do all these things I knew to try and impress them and make them think highly of me, and just basically trying to win people's love. And T.D. Jakes said something one time on I was watching a sermon of his, and he said, "The only people worth having in your life are the people that prove they want you there." And with you, I'm so thankful that I've never had to try and convince you to love me. I've never had to try and twist your arm or put on a show or do some sort of performance. It's really bothering me. Sorry. Or do some sort of performance in order to get you to care about me. But you've always just shown me, even through our ups and our downs and the hard times and the times when you had every opportunity to walk out and to leave and to quit and to give up, or say this is too hard, or this is not fun anymore, or whatever. Instead of doing all that, you just showed that that you want me in your life, and that you care about me, and that this means something to you. And I've never had to wonder or guess, does she want me here? You've always shown me, and you've proved to me by the way you fought for us, and the way you fought for this relationship, the way you fought for me, that Donovan's at the door. It's going to get annoying. But you've always proved to me that you love me and care about me and want me here. And it's so awesome and such a great feeling to have somebody in my life that just, I don't have to jump through hoops. I don't have to try and win their love. I don't have to try and force someone that doesn't want to love me to love me. But you just do. You just do love me. And that really means so much to me, and has made such an impact in my life, that you accept me and approve of me and like who I am. And so thank you for that. Number 9 is you're so much fun. Like, I just have so much fun with you. And that is, I know, a very, very large spectrum, but it covers so. Let me let the cat in real quick. I'll be right back. Heifer's interrupting my video. Anyways, so you're so much fun that no matter what it is that we're doing, like we can either be, whether it's playing video games, you'll get in there and play games with the rest of the guys, whether it's watching, hanging out with their friends and they start talking about sport, and all of a sudden you like become the coolest girl in the room as you jump right in the middle, you know, all about sports and can keep up with the guys and that, and you should hear my friends talk about you and about how cool they think that is. Whether it's just sitting around, you know, playing board games, or whether it's just sitting and talking, like your conversations are so, you know, there's some people like they talk and you just totally zone out because like, oh my gosh, I care nothing about what they're talking about, like it's so boring. But like everything, your conversations are always so intriguing. You're such a great conversationalist. Like our talks are always so much fun, and from whether it's going to the zoo or going to a science museum or going on a cruise on a boat or going to watch, you know, a play at the PAC or whatever it is we're doing. Like it's always, there's never a dull moment. You always keep me laughing nonstop. You always have got some sort of fun idea or something for us to do. Like I just have fun with you, and and not just me. Like everyone that's around you has fun with you. Your sense of humor, your jokes, your wittiness. Like it's just, and then just, and even not only just when we're being silly, but when we're being serious too. Like you're just are just awesome at knowing how to make things enjoyable. Like you're just I hope he really don't interrupt my video, please. But you just are just a blast. Like whether it's watching a movie, whether it's playing a game, whether it's just sitting around and talking, no matter what we're doing, you just always make it fun, and I always just have such a blast with you. So thank you for that. Number 8 is it's just so natural with you. Like you know how some people, like you're around them and you never know what to say or what to do. Like it just always feels awkward and uneasy, and like you feel like you have to try really hard. I never have to try at all. Like I'm completely, totally, 100% myself. Like even shooting this video right now, like it would be kind of awkward if like I didn't already know how you're going to respond and didn't know what you were going to be like. But you, it's just so easy and so natural with you, and I love that about us. That I never have to strive. I never have to pretend to be something I'm not. I never have to put on a show. I'm just Chris, and you're just Jessica, and we just can be ourselves, and it's so easy. So I love that it's natural. Number 7, this one sounds kind of funny, but you're not a snob. And what I mean by that, and why it means a lot to me, is because there have been girls in the past that would want to, you know, come into my life and want to be a part of it, or want to, you know, get into a relationship with me. But I knew with them that if I was to get into a relationship with them, with me being a minister, that there were certain people that I would never be able to bring around and love on them, around them, because I know that they would never accept them. Like they would, if I went, you know, into a restaurant and decided to sit with the people that were maybe not the cool kids, but I wanted to sit with them, you know, just to love on them and encourage them. Like she would be very uncomfortable sitting at that table with everybody, because she would want to go be sitting with the end table or the other leaders or the other, you know, whatever it is. And like, and like she would come over to my house to hang out, and I'd have, you know, again, the people that really need acceptance and need love there at my house, that she'd be like, why are we hanging out with them? Like, why can't we be hanging out with, you know, your cool friends or whatever? And I love the fact that anytime I want to love on somebody, anytime I want to go out of my way to, you know, try and invite and welcome in somebody that maybe the rest of the world or the rest of society has rejected or pushed away, I never at all have to think twice about feeling awkward about bringing them around you. I never have to think twice about whether or not you're going to accept them. I never have to be scared that you're going to say, why are we hanging out with them, or why can't we go, hang out with cool people. Like, you're just going to love them like I love them, and you're going to accept them, and you're going to encourage them, and you're going to build them up. And just your humility in that way, in the way that you aren't stuck up and a snob, and you aren't just focused on the way you appear to people, but you just want to love people and you just want to care about them. So just the way that you have made it possible and made me, and not only made it possible, you encourage. Like the other day when we were going over to Dustin and Brittany's house to hang out, you're like, oh, I saw these two homeless people on the side of the street, let's pull over and can we go buy them dinner, like asking me to buy them dinner. And that's happened multiple times. And like we went and talked to those people and hung out with them, brought them food. Like I never had to feel awkward or weird. Like you were the one initiating that, as opposed to in the past when I would initiate things like that and have to feel weird about how should respond to it or whatever. But you're not like that. Like you love helping. You love being around those people. You love making the people that don't have a home feel like they have a home, or feel like the people that don't feel like they have a family, making them feel like they have a family. And I love that about you, and that I can love on the people that need loved. Number 6, I won't spend a whole lot of time on this one because you probably think I talk about it too much anyways, but you're just absolutely gorgeous. The most beautiful woman that I've ever seen. I love, seriously, every single line of your face, every single, not to be crass or weird, but every single line on your body. I love everything about you. You're perfect, like, just absolutely gorgeous. I've told you before, you're like a walking magazine cover. Like, you don't need Photoshop. Like, there's no way Photoshop could impress on you. Like, you're already perfect. And I won't spend a whole lot of time on that because I already talked to you about that one a lot already. But you're absolutely gorgeous, and I love having someone that is not only, brilliant and a genius, but someone who doesn't have like one eye that's smaller than the other and looks weird, but that all parts of you look perfect, and you're always so much fun to look at. So anyways, you're gorgeous and you're beautiful, and you make my black and white world have color, and you bring so much beauty into my world, and I really love that. Number 5 is you love, this video is getting really long, I'm sorry. Number 5, you love spiritual things. And I love that because there's so many people in my life who, you'll say, hey, let's have a Bible study, or let's have a worship night, or let's go witness, let's go tell people about Jesus, let's go downtown, let's use our Friday night to go to the bars and pass out waters and tell people how much Jesus loves them. And there are a lot of people like, can we just go like watch a movie instead, or can we just like hang out or play a game? Well, like anytime I want to have a Bible study, like the other day when we were at your house and I said let's pray, and we started praying. You're like, can we just start interceding for all the pulsers? And you started praying for different people in our group and for Pulse, and we started praying for each other. And then you said, hey, go get your guitar, like I want to worship. So I went and got my guitar, and then me and you, we just sat around and we worshiped God for like, I don't know how long it was, but it was a long time, like just sitting there on your couch, just me and you, just worshiping God together. And that's what you wanted to do. Like I didn't feel like I was having to pull you behind me or force you to do something that you didn't want to do, but like you wanted to do that, like you were excited to do that. And I thought that was really, really awesome. And I love that I don't have to wonder anytime that I initiate, whether it's going to witness, whether or not it's going to church, whether or not it's reading the Bible, whether or not it's praying together. I never have to wonder if you're going to be bothered or upset or frustrated or bored or annoyed. I know that you're going to be so excited to do that. And just having somebody in my life that wants to do those things and is excited about those things, and that means the world to me. I mean, that's the most important thing to me, is that. And the fact that you just love God and you love spiritual things and you love to study His Word and talk to Him and hang out with Him. It makes me feel very safe. It makes me feel very at home. It makes me feel very welcome with you to truly be myself, which is a person that loves God and loves spending time with Him. And you're on board with that. And not only on board, but you ask me. You're the one who said, let's have a Bible study night all the time, and our weekly, and let's, you always love to pray, and you initiated a lot, and I just love that. So, or asking me to go get my guitar so we can worship, or all that kind of stuff. I just love it. Now that we're reading 2 chapters in the Bible together every day. You read one and I read one, but to each other. Like, I just love that kind of thing. 4 is you make me feel like I'm special, and I honestly, when I look at you and you look at me, I feel you make me feel like you think. I honestly believe that as you're looking at me, as you're talking to me, that you think that I'm the greatest guy to ever walk the face of this planet, and like, you make me feel like a million bucks. Like, we're out in at the mall, or we're walking, and you're holding my hand, or the way that you just cling to me, or want to be close to me, or the way that you tell me that you respect me and you admire me and that you look up to me. Like, I really believe you. The way you say it, the way you treat me, it makes me feel like I'm so special, and like you care about me so much, and uh, and it just, I never, I'm around you, it's impossible for me to be insecure, just because you prove to me and just show me and make me feel like I'm just the most amazing person. I feel respected and honored and cherished, and I just feel like you really are. You make me feel like you're really thankful for me, and that's a really special feeling. And thank you for going out of your way to do that and treat me that way and make me feel that way. Number 3 is the way you're so selfless and humble and teachable and have a gentle spirit. Like, you want to do whatever it takes to make me happy. Like, I'm always amazed, like, if anything, you sense that anything, like, even if I'm not trying to say something, like, if you just sense that I don't like something, or something bothers me, or something displeases me, instead of me, like, I never have to come to you and beg you, like, oh, please don't do that, oh, please stop that, please, like, because if you even just sense slightly that maybe something bothers me, like, you go above and beyond to be sure that it doesn't happen again. Like, you'll go out of your way to be sure, oh, something kind of bothered Chris. As opposed to other relationships I've been in my past where something would bother me, and I'd get like, hey, this kind of bothers me, like, and it ended up to a fight, like, well, get over it, like, that's not my problem, that you shouldn't bother you, like, blah, 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 whatever, like, and instead, I'd, like, have to beg and plead with them to not, do something that bothered me, or to not go somewhere. You, it's the opposite. You, it's like, if you just slightly sense that maybe something is just barely bothering me or affecting me, like, oh, what is it? Let me fix it. How can I change it? And I think that is so sweet. Like, almost to maybe a point where I get worried that she's not taking care of herself. She's just too worried about just taking care of me. Like, she needs to think about herself a little bit, and like, think about what would make her happy instead of just what would make me happy all the time. Like, she needs to do what she wants to do. But I think it's so sweet the way that you treat me that way, and the way that you work so hard to be sure that I'm happy. So you're such a sweetheart with that. 2, and I'll have to explain this one too, but you're happy making my life yours. And it's why that means a lot to me. It's like, you're not the kind of person that is out with your own group of friends, every night doing something with, like, you're not keeping like this own separate life from me. But once me and you came into the picture, you were just totally content, just making my life your life, making my friends your friends. The activities that I do and the places I go, those being the activities that you do and the places that you go. It's like you really just adopted not just me, but my life and everything that I do, and my friendships and the circles I run in, and all that stuff. And like, it is really cool to me that to have you, like, in my life. You want to be there, and you want to be in my life, and you're not just out. I mean, obviously, of course, you still have your friend. Like, you go hang out with KJ or Nathan, or or you have your every Thursday night you're watching the Once Upon a Time with Colette, or your different stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, though, you just, wherever I'm gonna go, whatever I'm gonna do, that's where you want to go. Whoever I'm gonna hang out with, that's who you want to hang out with. And I thought that was really cool, and I love how you're content. Like, I never get the sense that my life is not good enough for you, or like the things I have to offer are not good enough. But like, you have totally accepted and taken on, and like, seem totally content and happy just with my life being yours, and the things that I do, they seem to satisfy you, and you seem content with those things. and I never get the sense that I'm not enough or what I have to offer is not enough. But um, whether that be financial things, whether you've never, like, on the weeks that maybe I didn't have enough for us to go to the $80 a ticket play at the PAC or to the cruise, or or something. Maybe it was just like going to play putt putt or whatever, but for $7 a person or whatever. But you were totally content with that. You were happy, like, yeah, it sounds like a blast. Let's go do it. And you've never made me feel like it wasn't good enough, or like something wasn't, or if we went to go eat at a restaurant that wasn't like a super expensive or really nice restaurant, like, you didn't care. You're just happy to be with me. And so just stuff like that, and just also that you're just, because I think maybe if you were like the kind of person, keep messing with my eye because it's bothering me. If you were the kind of person that just was off, always doing your own thing, kind of keeping me separated off, doing your own friends, and kind of not that like you can't have your own life. Of course you can, but I'm just saying I like the fact that it's not always just you off apart from me, but we're together and we do life together, and I think that's really cool. Number one is I love the way you serve God with me. And what really did it for me with you, when I really, you know, um, knew that, well, I don't know how to say it. I fell in love with you when that moment, like when it clicked, I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl. It was when you started when the fact that you started coming to Pulse and serving God with me, like, you showed that you valued my vision, that you valued what I was trying to build, that you valued what I was trying to do. You came alongside me. You started acting like a helpmate before we were even together. Anything I planned, you showed up. You were there. Anything I wanted to do, you were a part of it. You were getting involved. On Friday nights, when the rest of the world is going, to party, or to, or to hang out, or to go to watch a movie or whatever, and I'm leading people out to the street corners, to tell people about Jesus, to approach strangers that they don't even know, to tell people about Jesus, or to pass out food and clothes, or to pass out waters, or to provide free meals, or whatever it is I'm doing. Like, you're always right there, and you're right there with me. Or even apart from, I don't remember now who initiated, I think it was probably you, the homeless guy that we ended up taking the tent to and the meals for like a week straight, and all that stuff. Like, you help me serve God. And you, instead of being like the kind of person um, that whenever, again, this is a situation where I had people come into my life that they would want to get my attention or want to be in a relationship with me, but they didn't want to do anything to serve. They just wanted to stand over there and try and look pretty and think that was supposed to impress me. And as opposed to you, where you took your pretty self and you came and you helped me serve God, and you got involved with all the things we were doing, and we go out together, and I watch you approach strangers like, hey, here's a bottle of water. I just want you to know that Jesus loves you, and can we pray for you, or whatever it is we're doing. Like, you just go hard, like you like beast mode it out there with all the people we come into contact, just sharing Jesus, and loving on people, and giving away food. And from the very first night like that, I met you in November, at B-Dubs, after you'd already gone out to another group, and helped. But then the night that I really met you for the first time, like, you stood out on the street corner holding a free hot chocolate sign in the freezing cold. Like, I know you had some flimsy little jacket on that I know wasn't keeping you warm, and you stood out there out in front of a bar with a free hot chocolate sign, holding a sign, just us witnessing to people. Like, that was our first encounter with one another, was loving on people outside of a bar with the free hot chocolate stand. And I just love the way that we serve God together, the way that you help me serve, and you help me fulfill and accomplish what it is I've been called to do. And that you've come along beside me, and you've worked with me, and helped me to build Pulse, and to build influence in the city, and to go out and to reach people. And that just is the most important thing to me, is having somebody that helps me accomplish and fulfill God's plan and God's vision and God's destiny for my life. And you have proven that that's what you want to do, and you have helped me do that by the way you've come alongside me and served with me at Pulse, and it means so much to me. So anyways, I'm looking at this video. It's almost 25 minutes. It is 25 minutes long, over 25 minutes long. I don't even know if it will let me upload a video this long, so I'm going to see if it'll work. But I better end it before it gets any longer. But I love you, and I hope you are having a great day today. The most amazing woman I've ever met, and I will talk to you very soon. And this was part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, all those, many more videos of things I love about you to come. But I think 10 is about the most I can fit into this video with it already being 25 minutes long. So I love you, and I will talk to you, I'm sure in an hour or so, probably, if I'm not talking to you now. Alright, love you. Bye.